On today's episode, I want to take a look at the SaaS software companies. They're all big today. So I want to explain some of the big news that have happened that are making this big transition into the overall software market. For example, we have companies like Salesforce up 27%. We have Okta up about 7%. And we have Adobe up 8%. We also have AYX up almost 10%. So today's episode is going to be broken down into the following. First, we're just going to take a quick look at that news that happened for the overall SaaS market. And after that, I want to give my thoughts on the overall SaaS market. Even after this big jump, am I still going to continue to buy software companies? And if you guys wish you would have known about Salesforce beforehand, if you guys wish you would have known about Okta or AYX or maybe even Adobe, make sure to hit that subscribe button. I have talked about all these companies in the past, and if you are new to my channel, if you are a long-term investor, if you want to learn about growth stocks, make sure to hit that subscribe button. And to all my returning viewers, thank you so much for all the support. It truly means a lot to me. I appreciate the support. And if you guys ever want to get in contact with me, you know you can find me on Twitter, you can find me on the YouTube comments, you can find me on my Discord channel, you can find me on my weekly newsletter on Twitch. And you can find all my information and get in contact with me. I enjoy the community, so I make sure to respond as much as I can. But remember, all of this is free and everything is my opinion, so none of it should be taken as advice, as I am by no means a professional. So let's get started. So like I mentioned, stocks, especially the software companies, are up big right now. We have 27% on Salesforce. And Salesforce, I'm going to do an episode after this video if you guys want to learn more about Salesforce. But they did amazing earnings. They had a revenue beat of over 27% year-to-year growth. And right, 27% year-to-year growth is something we've been hearing a lot with most of these software companies, especially the ones that are below $10 billion market cap. But that's not the case with Salesforce. Salesforce is a huge beast already, and it's up 27% and now has a market cap of about $245 billion. So it's not like this was a small animal that just grew a bit. This was a monster that's still showing the strength. So this is definitely driving the overall stock performance in the SaaS companies to go up, as every other company is riding the train with Salesforce. And like I mentioned, I'm doing an earnings video right after this, so make sure to subscribe so you guys get updates on it. And Salesforce is one, like I mentioned, I've talked about it plenty of times. So like I said, we have Okta, we have Adobe, but what's really happening is Salesforce earnings the only thing really driving the force right now with these SaaS companies. And to me, the answer is yes and no. So that's the big, that's one of the greatest things, right? You see a software company that reported amazing earnings. So it gives a bullish thesis on all these other software companies. If CRM can do it, then why can't the other ones do it? So that's what's driving it out. The second thing is, this is really big news in my opinion. Right now, the Dow 30, which is the 30 stocks to overall represent the United States economy, have done some changes. And there's about 3 changes that are gonna come into the Dow 30. One of the biggest change is this cloud-based company, Salesforce, which is ticker CRM, is replacing Exxon Mobil in the Dow 30. We're also going to have other changes like a drug maker, amgn, will replace pharmaceutical company Pfizer. That to me was definitely crazy. And then the software industrial Honeywell International, ticker HON, will replace the defense contractor Raytheon out of the Dow 30. And this to me is pretty impressive, right? And it's kind of shocking at the same time, right? I feel like CRM is going to be one of the first big software companies to enter the overall Dow 30. The last time I personally saw some major changes like this was when Apple joined the Dow 30, and that was, I think, maybe about 2-3 years ago. And Apple was one of those first big techs to really enter the Dow 30. And it was just a game changer from my experience, right? So for me to see Salesforce entering there, I think it's a very bullish case for the overall software market. The S&P Dow Jones actually talks about why they made the changes. These changes were prompted by Apple's recent decision for a 4-to-1 stock split. And with this 4-to-1 stock split, it will reduce the index tech sector weigh-in. So to offset that reduction in tech sector, it's gonna they're adding these companies to help increase the overall tech sector in the Dow 30, and it's also a better way to show the overall American economy, to reflect the American economy. And to me, that's actually pretty true. I feel like software companies are such a huge part of the American economy right now, so they should have a bigger name there in the Dow. So now let me just give my thoughts. Salesforce being entered into the Dow 30, is that a reason for me to buy software companies? No, a news like that will, for me, I'm a long-term investor. Something like that is not something that would change the fundamental aspects of a business. So for those reasons are not reasons I'm gonna go out there and buy every SaaS company. When I take a look at companies, right, and this is crazy, when you take a look at like SaaS, clouding or software market, you feel like they're all in one piece of a pie, right? But all of them are different, right? You can have, for example, you have Salesforce, you have Okta, and you have Adobe. All of these are SaaS companies, and SaaS companies are software as a service. But they all hit different markets. For example, Salesforce is a CRM tool, which helps with customer relationships. Yeah, then you have Okta, which is like a cybersecurity company. You have Adobe, which provides software to help for more of a designer aspects from engineers to movies to video games to everything. So creative software. So even though you can all put them as a SaaS companies, they all hit different markets. And to me, I am in SaaS companies, but I'm very bullish in certain markets. For example, have bullish in the cybersecurity. So I do have companies like Okta. I am bullish in overall companies that are going to help, that have big enterprise customers. So I'm bullish on CRM and I'm bullish on Adobe. But that does not mean I'm bullish in every SaaS company out there. And it's not going to mean that I'm going to buy every SaaS company. When I take a look at companies, I want to take a look at the markets they hit. Am I bullish in that market? What type of potential growth are they seeing in this market? Do they have a leading software, or do they have customers that are great partnerships for them? So, and for those reasons, I'm going to continue to buy companies. But for just entering the Dow 30, it's not a reason enough for me to buy software companies. At the same time, my investment process might be different from others. I put money in the market on a weekly basis. So I dollar cost average my positions. Some weeks I might buy high, some weeks I might buy low. But at the end of the day, if the fundamentals of a business don't change, I will continue to buy, and it has done amazing for me. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Like always, make sure to subscribe, make sure to hit the thumbs up, and thank you guys. Take care, and don't forget to check the Salesforce video that